Hi, everybody. Welcome to the STEAM Storytime. Hey, that's right, the STEAM Storytime. We are here to do some science storytime stuff. So STEAM stands for stands for science, the T stands for technology, the E stands for engineering, the A stands for art, and the M stands for math. So all of our story times have to do with those 5 things. So today at Live from the Library, the STEAM team is going to do a science story time about gardening. That's right, it is spring. It's almost time to start planting your gardens. Depending on where you live, if you live somewhere a little bit warmer than Chicago, then you might already be planting your gardens. If you are living in Chicago, you might want to wait a little bit because it still might freeze. That's right. So let's start by singing a STEAM team song. This song reminds us what STEAM stands for. With science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. STEAM, STEAM, STEAM. Let's go explore our world. Very good. Science is all about exploring and learning new things and figuring out how things work. So today we're going to be talking about how seeds work and how plants work a little bit. Awesome. And before we get started, we'll sing a couple more songs just to get warmed up. Let's see, I'm going to sing one of my favorite songs because we're at a library. And libraries are full of books. And books are full of words. And words are full of letters. Let's sing a song about letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Now this song also reminds me of another song that is a science song. It's one of the first science songs I think that was probably ever made. It goes like this. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I bet you didn't know that was a science song. Well, it is, because that song is all about wondering what something is, how it works. What is that thing up in the sky? Well, that's all science is wondering and asking questions and trying to figure out what things are and how they work. So today, we're going to be learning about how seeds work. Very good. I am going to share a book with you called How a Seed Grows. Okay? So let's see. All righty. Here we go. How a seed grows. A seed is a little plant. It is a plant that has not yet started to grow. Apple trees and daisies, carrots and corn, clover and wheat all grow from seeds. Here is a tree seed. You may have seen these on the ground near your house. Someday, it will be a tree like this. Here is a flower seed. Someday, it will be a flower like this. Some seeds grow really slowly. These seeds are the seeds of an oak tree. An oak tree grows very, very slowly. Suppose you planted an oak tree seed. You would be a father or a mother or even a grandfather or a grandmother, and the oak tree would still be growing. Some seeds grow really fast. This is a bean seed. It grows very fast. It grows so fast that it becomes a bean plant in just a few weeks. You can plant bean seeds yourself. We use pole beans. You can use pole beans, bush beans, or lima beans. You can plant seeds in eggshells or tin cans or old cups or little flower pots. Be sure that your containers have holes in the bottom. We used eggshells. We used a pencil to make holes in the eggshells. We filled 12 eggshells with soil like this. We made a hole in the soil with a finger like this. When you have made a hole in the soil, plant a bean seed in it. Plant one seed in each hole. Cover the seed with soil. Sprinkle the soil carefully with a little water. Number the shells. Write the number 1 on the first shell. Put the number 2 on the next shell. Keep going until all of the shells are numbered from 1 to 12. So they're doing an experiment. They're doing a science experiment here. Put all the eggshells in a carton. Put the carton in sunlight or on a windowsill. Some bean seeds grow faster than others. Our seeds begin to grow in 3 days. Your bean seeds may take a little longer. You won't be able to see your seeds growing yet. They'll start growing under the soil where you can't see them. Water your seeds a little every day. The water soaks into the seeds. The seeds begin to grow. More water soaks into the seeds. The seeds get fatter and fatter. Wait for 3 days. Then dig up seed number 1. It may be soft. It may be fat. Maybe it will look the same as it did before. Soon the seed will grow fat so that the skin will pop off. In 2 more days, dig up seed number 2. Maybe it will look different now. Maybe the skin of the seed will be loose. They've got a magnifying glass and they're examining the seed. Now, a root starts to grow. The root grows from one side of the bean seed. The root pushes down into the soil and down and down. Dig up seed number 3. Can you see the root? Does it look like this? If you do not see a root, wait for another day. Then dig up seed number 4. After a few more days, dig up seed number 5. Something else is happening. Little roots will begin growing from the big root. They look like tiny white hairs. They are called root hairs. Day after day, the roots and root hairs push down into the soil. Day after day, the bean seeds are pushed up. The soil is pushed aside. Watch your seeds. Soon you will see pale shoots push through the soil. A shoot is the beginning of a green plant. A shoot grows towards the sun. Watch your seeds. Some may have come through the ground. Some may have broken open. Maybe some of your seeds have not started to grow. How many are growing? Count them. The bean seeds grow fast. The shoots turn green. The leaves come next. Now your bean seeds are a bean plant. They look like this. How many of your bean seeds are bean plants? A seed needs many things to grow. It needs soil and water and sun. If a seed has all these things, it will grow into a plant. It will grow into the same kind of plant it came from, an apple tree or a daisy or carrots or corn. It will grow into a clover, or it will grow into a bean plant like the ones you planted. Very nice. So that is how a seed grows. Do. Very cool. All right. So let's sing a song about plants. Now, this may not be a song you think of as being about plants, but I changed some of the words. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Yeah, that's a plant. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a flower sitting in a tower? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen beans wearing blue jeans? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a seed learning how to read? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a stem exercising at the gym? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a plant growing at a slant? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a time when you couldn't find a rhyme? Down by the bay. Very cool, very nice. Thank you guys for singing along. Awesome. Let's read another story. This one is called Growing Vegetable Soup. Let's see here. Vegetable soup. Dad says we are going to grow vegetable soup. We're ready to work and our tools are ready too. We are planting the seeds. It's a soil, a hole, green bean seed, pea seed, corn seed, zucchini, squash seed, and carrot seeds. Look how tiny, I don't know if you can see how tiny carrot seeds are. They're very tiny. And all the sprouts. So these are the sprouts. Sometimes you plant seeds and sometimes you plant sprouts. Tomato, broccoli, pepper, cabbage, set onions, potato eyes. And giving them water. and waiting for warm sun to make them grow. There's the sun. That's one of the things plants need, sun. So here's all those sprouts. Oh, and some of these seeds that they planted before are starting to sprout too. And grow. They're getting bigger. And grow into plants. Here's some things you need to add later in your garden. Once you've planted the plants and they start to get big, sometimes you need to add stakes, big sticks sticking out of the ground, or a net, or something that allows them to grow onto. Some of them are vines that need something to grab onto as they grow, like peas and squash. We watch over them and weed. Pull out the weeds. And weeds are just plants in your garden that you don't want in your garden. Until the vegetables are ready for us to pick. We got some tomatoes, some peppers, corn. There's some carrots. Or dig up. Some things you have to dig up, like carrots and potatoes. And carry home. Then we wash them. Cabbage. And cut them up and put them in a pot of water. Here's the soup pot. Chop up the vegetables. And cook them into vegetable soup. At last, it's time to eat it all up. It was the best soup ever. And we can grow it again next year. Oh, look at that. In the back of this, there's a recipe for how to make vegetable soup. And today we are reading these books, I should say, with the permission of HarperCollins Publishers. How to Grow a Seed is with permission from HarperCollins. And Growing Vegetable Soup is with permission from Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. So thank you to those two publishers for allowing us to read. If you have any crayons and paper, it would be a good time, if you can get those out, we are going to draw a plant and draw the parts of a plant. So we talked about how plants have roots, and we talked about a little bit about leaves and seeds. Let's draw a plant and see if we can label all the parts, okay? So you can draw with me, or you can just watch me draw it. I'm going to switch this here. Okay. And I'll leave. Okay, I found a brown crayon, and I'm going to use that to make soil. So that'll be the top, and this will be the underground part. And let's see, I'm going to make this seed, we'll draw a little seed under here. Okay, that's the way it starts out. And then, what color should we make our roots? Normally roots are kind of white, but not always. I'm going to make these roots orange, because carrots are roots and they're orange. So from the seed grows a little root. It grows down, and then it starts to grow root hairs on it. So I'm going to draw those. Those will get bigger as time goes on. those are going to try to collect all the water that's in the soil. That's where plants drink from. They drink from their roots. So I'll draw some drops of water that have soaked down into the ground here. And eventually that seed will actually push up, and the stem will push up and break through the soil. Once it's out there, it starts to turn green, because really most plants need something green. Okay, so there's our stem, and I'm going to draw some leaves. If you look carefully at a leaf, it kind of looks like it has a little pattern of veins in it like that. And those are to carry water through the leaf. So I'm going to draw that. Draw one more leaf here. And the last part we're going to draw is a flower. I'm going to put some flowers over here. Put a flower over here. Okay. So we've got flower, leaf, a stem, and a roots. The roots. Very good. So those are the main parts of most plants. Most plants have roots. Most plants have a stem. Most plants have flowers and leaves. Very, very good. All right. Well, we are almost out of time, but I do want to sing another song or two before we go away. So let's sing. We'll sing one more song. This song has some words that are about plants in it. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Gulf Stream waters to the Redwood Forest. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest, there's the plants through the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Those redwood forests are plants. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving, more plants and the dust clouds rolling, a voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Very good, very good. Thank you guys so much for joining us at the library, live from the library in Chicago. We here at the library want you to do 5 things every day. Talk, sing, read, write, and play. And that will make you guys super duper readers. So if you want to be a super duper reader, do those 5 things every day. Talk, sing, read, write, and play. And actually, there's one more song to help us remember those things. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Makes a reader every day. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Makes a reader every day. Thank you so much for joining us live from the library. We're here every Monday, every Tuesday, I should say. And we hope to see you again next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.